Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here in the middle of the weekend, coming live. I just kind of felt like it, to be honest with you. I had a lot of energy today, and oh Jesus, if you've been paying attention to the football scores, particularly in Scotland, you'll see where all that energy's went. I just thought, I've got a bunch of other stuff going on I can kind of semi-distract myself with. I'm sure we'll get in talking about Celtic and all that quite quickly, probably, to be honest with you. But yeah, I just wanted to come live, hang out with you guys for a bit, and kind of catch up with a lot, because there's a lot going on right now. Fist bumps to you all. And yeah, I've took myself for a bit of a walk after I recorded a match breakdown. I'll be out on Satara here tomorrow, and I've just got my Fenerbahce hoodie in the post on Friday. And by the way, great bang for buck out of the shop. Like this is as thick as it looks. It's so comfy, so cozy. It looks really good. This cost, like, on the conversion from Turkish lira or whatever it is to pounds, like 55 quid. You have to pay like taxes and shipping and whatever, and all in it was still like under 80. And great bang for buck, by the way. I might buy something else from their shop. We'll see how it goes, but anyway, I just thought I'd keep it on anyway to keep myself cozy for this one and in a good frame of mind. I actually also did a wee bit of degen spending on Sorare, and I picked up a Halloween edition Christian Eriksen. I got 2 spins at the Halloween, and I won a Sorare cursed jersey. So I actually got another bit of clobber that will be coming on its way in the post, which will be good fun as well. That's probably where the fun... No, well, actually, I was going to say that's probably where the fun ends, but it doesn't, because the reason I bought that Christian Eriksen is because of... Where is it? Yeah, the Bundesliga Road to Glory. Now, for any of you that don't know, anyone who had not played the Bundesliga before this game week could have teamed up with yours truly, and if we both hit over 380 points, I get a tenner, you get $50, which is good crack. As usual, I've did a few of these competitions before, or a few of these promotions. Quinny 3001, FC Barcelona, nailed it. Out the traps, no bother at all. It was a nail biter when Captain Luis Diaz didn't get involved in the decisives and Sabitzer started on the bench, I must confess. But the reason we love Polish goalies is because Polish goalies just love life. They just love football. They just love being goalkeepers. Penalty save, clean sheet for the wee man, or the big man, Kamil Grabara. And his L5 coming into this, like, this was a pick. This was a pick. He was cheap as F. £6.50 or something like that. Very, very cheap. 92 points with the bonuses and whatever. He really did make it and save it. There was a great shout for Captain and Kramaric. I know that was Harry Trades' shout coming into the game week. Rami dropped an 80. I picked up the £5 hot streak and a couple of £10 from the people that have hit it already. And there might actually be some other people, because there was some Bundesliga Sunday games. So there might be some other people that have maybe been on to hit it, I hope. There was somebody that was super close. Yeah, Jonathan Dudd, 359 points. Our Madge, 353. And then Batu Kings, who definitely had cards today. Oh, look at that. 3 points behind. Can Opta save us? Batu Kings. Let's see how close he is. I had another tab open for other stuff. Let's just use it for this. How close has this guy been to bagging himself? Now, the team I bought was under $50. Or it might have been $50 actually on the conversion. View game week up here. And, oh, look at those cards as well, by the way. He's got Nubel the now. Oh, has Nubel just got a decisive? Has that just happened? An assist? Oh my god. Bundesliga goalkeepers, man. They are a crazy breed. They can just do nothing but 40s. 45 at a good one for ages, and then all of a sudden assist. Something else might happen. You never know. I wonder if he might actually clutch in now. That would be brilliant with Nubel right at the end. I don't know if that's kicked into his score yet, but oh, quality. Could be another wee win for me and for him on the way as well, which is cool. Now, they did this as an overarching thing, just for playing in season, rare or limited. They did it Bundesliga specific. Wouldn't be one bit surprised if they don't do it with something else like La Liga or the Prem, where we've already got Road to Glory's kind of set up, or France. So we might need to look at France if we think they might launch that, maybe get another wee Road to Glory arm up and going, because these wee connect things is great for existing managers just to get some in-game cash. Obviously you can withdraw it or whatever, but you know how it goes. So that's probably the last kind of good thing about the weekend, really, to be honest with you. Fist bump sees all. J Vic was in first. Sorare Borough, James Wakefield, Boyson, Smegma Dancer. Good to see you. The keeper decisives seemed a bit weird this evening. Yeah, seems a little delayed. Yeah, I've noticed the delay in score updates when I was looking at my challenger scores because I needed McGrath to basically do 100 or something, and the bomb squad could have clipped it for me today. He didn't quite get there. 60 with no decisive. So, Braga 72. We all know about that. But anyway, this team has like a little Fenerbahce base in it, and Captain Larson playing the now. 53 minutes. The AA is there. If Larson can get a DA, we're cool. We're cruising. I think this could do really well. But this midweek Celtic play Falkirk would be a great match for streak 3, despite everything that's going on with Celtic at the moment. And I've still got like the A squad. Sadly, Negren and Sudakov both let me down this weekend, but these guys could, I don't know, get me into the Essence or something maybe. It's maybe a bit of a stretch, but you never know. So I've not really got much left here. My last hope really is Talisca, Semedo and Brown here. And, I wouldn't rule out this team. It would be very fitting for Jordan Larson being the striker, with a Domenico Tedesco managed out, the rest of the team to clutch in and grab me up. So yeah, let's cross our fingers Larson gets a wee decisive. But yeah, it's been a sore weekend, man. The Celtic game, I didn't even know where to start with it, to be honest with you. It was just so... a lot of it was benign, to be honest with you. It was just like, crazy. But and again, it's a bit of a throwback in some ways, which isn't a terrible thing, really, in the grand scheme of everything. I said on my breakdown, which will be on Celtic here tomorrow, like, this is like a moment in time. Like, Scottish football from now on, I don't think it will ever be the same. I think we could finally get the type of Scottish league that we kind of want to have. Like, Scotland could now, over the next, like, I don't know, so let's say 4 seasons or something, maybe 3, turn into like the way you see Belgium, Holland and kind of Austria and Denmark operate in terms of transfer window, and how so many of the teams can just get their hands on good players all of a sudden and can have the right kind of stars to line up, and if the stars do line up, could have a special season in their own right. Because again, like, you just need to look at the ground that Hearts have made up. See if you look at the scores, like, it wasn't a particularly good football match, I would say, but like, some of these guys are just very, very good domestically, and if you can be coherent from boardroom to training ground, like, there's so many leagues where you can bridge a decent gap with just a bit of know-how, really, and that kind of cohesion. So yeah, this has been kind of deflating. The Celtic team wasn't particularly like, my big hope for the weekend necessarily, but it just kills any kind of joy or whatever. I've actually got some really good scores in some good places. Yeah, the Lukeba team was doing well until the Man City boys blanked. But if Amiri on a 72, it looks like we could still get promoted into D1 out of that, which is nice, because it looks like we're going to get relegated out of D1 with Grealish currently not... Yeah, 17 points to safety. If Grealish can get decisive, he'll maybe save us in D1. The Soboslai team is kind of dead, isn't it? And the Butez team isn't too bad, actually, but they've all ran, and it's just not been enough altogether, sadly, with Baumgartner and whatnot. The giveaway teams are not really getting anywhere close to it from a champ perspective. All-Star, I've got some bits and bobs. The McGregor goal and his performance was nice, but yeah, look at this, man. Basel are losing 3-0 to 5-1. Oh, it's finished now. Magnification is super glitchy there. Yeah, so a real... Oh, look at that. Danulic got a clearance off the line, maybe? Yeah, that's fun. But Shaqiri on a 46. Basel losing 5-1 to like a bottom of the table team. That's a real points dropped for them. So sadly, Wanizek, Tani all goes to waste. Nakamura didn't really help us too much. And across this All-Star, like, there's probably like one hot team, isn't there, so far? Maybe Bakrar can do well, and maybe there's been some more options. Giveaway teams, we have still guys to run and stuff, so there's probably some Essence coming our way. And I actually already have Essence. We might even just play with that if you want. If there's enough members here, I'm not even sure there is any. Oh, Liam's here. Liam, good to see you. Liam's a member. So is James. I could maybe just craft the member card for a bit of fun. I did a last minute arena. I was really happy to get the Kenny and the Murray into a team. I thought that was going to be great. Sadly, Murray was a one-man car crash today, like, involved in all 3 goals. It's kind of sad for the kid, to be honest with you, but yeah, Captain Engels didn't really work out well either, did it? So SO5 score has been pretty putrid outside a wee bit Road to Glory fun here. Sociedad, I watched this game and it was just like, it was as if Imanol had never left. Honestly, I don't know what it is about how Sociedad, like, always just find them. They won the game and stuff like that. It was kind of fine enough. I'm suppose they'll be happy with it. But there was problems in this match. It wasn't plain sailing. And this Garocha guy, by the way, he is he's the real deal. He is good, by the way. But I think like if you've signed Yangel Herrera and Soler, they have to start, and Braze is like nailed in the team. So you just have to play them, and this guy just needs to bide his time a bit longer. I'm just kind of thinking that as well from a little bit of a selfish reason, I suppose. But I don't know how Soler cannot be a starter in this team. Yangel is very important. He got injured in this game, actually. I'm remembering as I look at this. So Yangel might not be available next week. We need to watch out for that. And then in the Premier League stuff, we're waiting on games today. It doesn't look like Everton are going to save the D1 team. Now, it's not going to get relegated, which is cool. Robin Roths, Sunderland, man. I did say that like scoring goals was going to be a big problem for them, but you know they managed to do it in this game, so fair play to them, by the way. Good game management. Oh, I didn't realise Brobby got an assist off the bench. That's cool. But I think it's really been born from like Chelsea only scored one in this game. I didn't see it. I've got no idea how it actually went, but big fan of the Sunderland defence, as you guys know, and they managed to play five at the back, fit like Reinildo, Gertruida, Ballard, Mukiele, Hume. Like honestly, that is so solid, it's untrue. If you moved like Mukiele to right back and then brought in Alderti, you know that would just be like a brick wall of just no one is ever going to score against you. Obviously, like Hume's a bit better going forward and stuff. Reinaldo, they actually make him a bit higher than I thought they might have. Truffert with a nice big score, which is cool, but Pickford has kind of done us in on this one. Captain Paqueta let us down, so sadly, yeah, the road to glory at Rare. Robbo didn't start as well, which was just bizarre. Again, I don't know why he keeps playing Kerkez. Did they even play Kerkez? I don't even know that. I just know that Robbo didn't start, but I suspect that's why. Yeah, well, I suppose Kerkez scored. You know, eat my words quite quickly there. But gutted at that personally. So yeah, it's been a bit of a meh weekend. Let me know how it's been getting on for you guys. As I say, the Connect thing's been a nice silver line in the Bundesliga. I won that, or degened into that Christian Eriksen, which got me the shirt, which is good fun. And I think I got some market credits as well. So I got them half price with market credits from other wheel spins that we did on the deadline show and stuff. So I only spent £4 on it. And it was when I seen him playing the Wolfsburg team, I seen that he'd got an assist. I'd just seen the 60 clock in. I was like, oh, jamming. He was nowhere on my radar. I knew he was at Wolfsburg, but through all the scouting we did, he just did not appear, you know, at all. And when I seen him, I'm like, he gives you everything that Max Arnold gives you in the sense of like, you know, he will take some set pieces and he's going to play all the time. Decent team that'll create some chances, but he's much more attacking. So getting him for £4 with market credits, I just thought was a no-brainer. Coming into next weekend as well, I was trying to look ahead to Bundesliga because my striker plays Grabara plays Kramaric. So do I stick with those two playing against each other? A goalkeeper and a striker like that is kind of a hard sell, to be honest with you. So I was looking at getting a goalkeeper change in because I just fancy Kramaric to. I think I'll be like 2 each that game. You know, I think that's. And again, I don't mind playing Eriksen and Kramaric. I don't mind that. Doesn't bother me. But I don't want to play Kramaric and Grabara. So I was kind of toying that, weighing that up. I don't want to drop Kramaric. I think he's in good form. I think he'll build a good kind of L5, L7 here. Maybe not 90 pluses all the way across it, but I think he's on a run of form. He is very much a form player, Kramaric. You know, we've seen that from him for how long has he been at Hoffenheim now? Like 5 years. I remember Leicester bought him for big money when they won the league, and then he never really made it. And how long ago did Leicester win the league? That was donkeys ago. And since then, he's been in Hoffenheim. So like he's very much he gets on a run. You know, he's very much a punches and bunches type player. I had Shaqiri and James. Yeah, me too, Smegma. I think you see with that type of play, you are playing law of averages. You just need to set and forget some big guys. Like Wanizek and Shaqiri to me at weekends are just joined at the hip. And it's worked in. I've got a lot of essence out of it. Probably a card, maybe two. I can't help but think of Pedro Neto when I see Claudio Braga. I don't know if it's just me, but they look similar. He's got a similar kind of like on-pitch presence. I'm with you there. Have you already hit a 4-man streak this season, Quinny? A 4-man streak? I've not got to streak 4. I got to streak 3 once, maybe twice. I'm forgetting. Maybe including MLS, maybe a wee bit more. No, maybe not actually. Yeah, I've actually been really unfortunate when it comes to getting off a streak 2 quite often. So that's why especially with the limited Bundesliga, I'm trying to be a bit more concerted and like making sure it gets over the line. I think the price of Bundesliga, even in season limited, is still very, very favourable. I was messing about with my midweeks, but I did also skip ahead to the next weekend because Celtic are playing in the Cup against Rangers. so there'll be no Celtic next week. But I also thought, yeah, let's have a look at the. I kind of did it and deleted it, but I'll just show you what I did. So Grabara, Rami, Sabitzer, does he play against Augsburg or not? I don't know, but I think Eriksen's quite safe. And then Diaz, Kramaric. I think this is like a hot to trot outfit. But it's Grabara versus Kramaric. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want that because I need to hit the streak 380. I need to do the same score as last week, which was like 380 plus scores. And I suppose Grabara only has an expectation of bringing in, like, what did Captain Diaz bring in? 47 plus the bonus. And who was the other player again? Sabi. So Sabi brought in a 39. If Grabara brings in 39, that's fine. And then I just need the same 3 outfielders to do good and then the captain not to be as bad, and we hit the same score. So I don't really need to change the goalkeeper if I think about it like that. But if he scores less, or Kramaric, does he hit a 90 against Grabara? If he does, like, AA could come Grabara's way. It's a real kind of paradigm I'm wrestling with. I would like to change keeper, but I'm not completely against it. Because again, if it's 2 each, Grabara could come in with a wee 58. What was this here? They lost 1-0. 48 against Hoffenheim. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, you could do that. 2-2. Wow. I don't think I knew that, by the way. I don't think I knew that. That was the back end of last season. But exactly, we could get a game like this, and wouldn't you know if Kramaric did something good in this? No, he didn't. But there was enough of it going around. Butler, triple decisive, a negative decisive, and his error led to goal kind of chopped off. Maybe the big score for him here. Looks like this has been Kramaric. Oh no, he was in centre mid. Didn't have a good game, but again, he's not been playing centre mid. They've not been playing this shape recently, so I'm not too worried about that specifically. But yeah, mine's was this 2 each, 48. You know, like, that's funny, isn't it? 2 48s and a 2 each. 49 here, a 1-0 loss. 52, 1-0 loss. Yeah, so as long as, like, Hoffenheim don't rip. Like, what did they score against Heidenheim? Was it 3? Yeah. What did the Heidenheim keeper score? 39. You know, so, like, goalkeeping 22, 4 saves in the box, 4 good high claims. So yeah, I don't think it's compulsory, but it's kind of one of these things, isn't it? Goalkeeper against striker, it's just a weird, like, icky thing, isn't it? I also toyed with the idea of getting another classic option, maybe even another classic goalkeeper, and then dropping Diaz for Sabitzer, if we know Sabitzer is going to play against Augsburg, because I just think that'd be a good game for Dortmund. But I think sod's law, I'll drop Diaz and he'll rinse. So I think with him being the classic Bayern forward, I just kind of stick to that. But again, I'll probably talk about this in more detail. But I was just goofing about with it. Got the Eriksen because I thought, oh, it'll be good to have him for £4, just in our mid option. And also with some of the credits and with some of the stuff that I sold, I was talking about it with Harry on the Deadline show. But after that, I went out and I got a cursed edition Kratzig, because he was, again, half price, so I paid £9 for that. I thought it's a really good card that I wanted in season at the beginning of the year. Played a classic, but it had in season utility for a match or two, you might remember. And I got like 1 good score out of it, maybe. I would have been way back. Yeah, like back here somewhere. Yeah, maybe got one of these. Yeah, 58. That was a good one. Yeah. World Cup, that's what it was. He was in a global all-star 7-a-side team. That 58 helped to something, I remember it. And then maybe one of these 51s, 53s helped me somewhere, but I think he's got good potential. I thought that was nice and cheap. And then this Agu guy, actually, I just wanted to reveal him with his as well tonight. And I seen he was on the bench against Celtic. He's been injured, and Derek McInnes has been talking this guy up big time. And I thought if he comes on off the bench and does something against us, it'll be hard to get. I'll show you his auction prices. They've been going for quite a bit, and he was on the secondary market really cheap. No fancy additions. So I thought I would just pick that up for 35 off the secondary market. Go on. Again, if we look at his, yeah, like instant buy 5 days ago wasn't much, but the last auction was 101, which means the new instant buy is 130. So the secondary market, I just thought I'm just gonna snipe that. I'm gonna take it before something happens, and then it just becomes really hard to buy into because of where the instant buy is sat. And if there's not that many cards of him, he's never had cards before this season, then it might just be a pain. So I just thought I would go and pick that up and add it in. As I kind of look at that, and maybe one or two, like the Vega, I just kind of look at both of them now and think, why didn't I just buy a bloody Schmeichel or a, or a McGregor or something? But after the way Celtic played today, I'm like, no, it's kind of maybe all right that I'm diversifying a little bit of the, the fingers crossed element. It's the beauty of multi-entry, and I really, with the spill off I'm getting now into limited, which isn't great quality, but I'm getting like 4 really good lineups at rare level where, like, these are all pretty decent depth. I've got my fingers in a few different pies, managing to express the kind of depth of 2 teams here in Fenerbahce and Celtic, with just some other little DIs sprinkled in. The Lennon Miller one was a bad shout. It didn't really amount to anything. It was a Division 3 team anyway, but I did have McKeown in that spot. Didn't do anything. As I say, nothing lost. But yeah, I'm looking forward to, not the weekend coming because Celtic are in cup action, but the weekend thereafter, where, yeah, is Larson off now? No, it's just when I see those little green arrows. Yeah, he is. Gutted. He's been missing decisors recently, Larson. He's not been getting them. 0-0 against Viborg. That's pretty bad for... It's been a bit of a bad weekend for those types of teams, hasn't it? Who else did we just look at? Not Celtic, but there's somebody else that had a weird result like that. Oh yeah, Basel getting hammered off of Lausanne. So I really like what I'm getting to with the rare, like, making money team. But Celtic really need to get the fucking finger out, by the way. I like Fenerbahce. I watched them midweek against Stuttgart, and they played Monday night, so I'm probably going to watch them tomorrow. I've got my new hoodie as well, so like kind of getting in Fenerbahce mode a little bit this season, which is fun. And yeah, the limited stuff is limited stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of just come on live with you guys, just kind of go through the weekend, see what I'd had running. I've hit the streak in common as well, so I've got on the common streak here with Captain Soboslai on 100, absolutely banging. And I've been actually having some quiet fun in the background with the common mode, just building up the cards and whatever. I'll maybe make a video at some point talking about it, but I don't think it's a pressing matter. The midweek I've already started to look at a little bit because NYC play Tuesday night, so it's just not fell into the weekend. So the preview for them is kind of done before the weekend in terms of the podcast I listen to and anything else that goes around it. So I've just kind of just drafted the teams out. 3 Mat 3s. I get every in-season card. Rare Division 3 for 2 of them. One's Rare Division 2. I guess I get 4% bonus for the cap on them all. But hopefully, man, between one of these, we can win a division or something, man. There's not actually that many entrants, man. So surely to God. What's Division 2 got? Oh, I need to win the divisions, man. I wonder about Division 3 if I've got 2 entries in there. There's only 10 teams in it at the moment. It might be very early days, but yeah, I've got to win these divisions, don't I? It would go a long way to paying off the cards, by the way, if I did have a mad sweep of a weekend or a midweek. I've obviously got to... Oh no, it's Gustavo Scheisen. Is he not expected to play? I might need to watch out for that closer to the deadline. But yeah, after the Celtic lineup happens and then you see where people are, I try to kind of flesh out what I think I'll do for the midweek, who I've got, what options I've got, etc. And it looks like this bomb squad effort is going to Division 1, so I'm just going to keep that strategy kind of consistent. That strategy has been like non-Celtic, predominantly SPFL cards, like Braga and McGrath and such. Stevie Welsh, by the way, is turning into a pretty solid defender. And I've got the Como boys, Butez is on fire. So I just thought I would kind of keep that consistent, and we'll see how the rest of them do. Still got Fenerbahce cards to go, so I'll maybe get some other, hopefully non-relegations, but maybe a promotion or 2. And I can't see Tierney playing another game in a row. He's been fine and stuff, but 3 90s in a row in 10 days is wild. I can't imagine he plays another one, especially if it been Falkirk. It's a great game to rotate Sorare in. Maybe, yeah, now we've got a really motivated Basel taking on Zurich, by the way. They've just been battered. They'll need to bounce back. Nakamura taking on 16th. Should be quality. And then that kind of Celtic spine here. D1, yeah, so I'm quite optimistic about midweek, but I'm also like super deflated. Like if I need to go after the midweek to get the first streak going, I'll be fine. And then I guess at the weekend, yeah. So again, that was another thing I was wrestling with, because if I'm not streaking after this weekend, if I'm back to square one for the midweek, then maybe at the weekend I want to play the cursed edition, because I've got like Braga and Ederson are my own like in-season keeper and striker. So if I play both of them together, it kind of wrecks me for doing in-season challenger. I would need to buy a striker or a goalkeeper, but most likely a striker, to make the team happen. Which makes me think, without Celtic, it's obviously something I lack in depth, but I've just mad stocked up on midfielders and defenders over the last week. Do you think Engels and Trusty start? I'm leaning towards Trusty, but it's a really difficult one because, like, see, after a youngster like Dane Murray concedes an OG, and if you see it, by the way, he has volleyed it into the top of the net. Like, it's not been a forced error or an unlucky ricochet, or he has wellied it into the net. He gave away a very soft penalty, and what I mean by that is if the ref doesn't award it, VAR doesn't overturn them. You know, it's very much if the ref makes the call, the ref makes the call situation. He does stand on the guy's toe, he does dive down. But as you see Braga diving down, if you watch the replay, he is instantly like laughing and smiling, like he knows he's done him. He's heard the whistle from the ref, and he's like, yes. He's unadulterated with it, uninhibited. And then for Casaridis' goal, he and Engels, maybe Engels a bit more so, but certainly Murray moves away from the ball. So after having 3 wholeheartedly negative inputs into the result, does Brendan bomb him? Now, he really should, and bring Trusty in. He really shouldn't have played Dane Murray in that game. I really thought if he was going to go Donovan, he would have played Trusty, or if he was going to go Murray, he would have played Ralston. But I don't think he can keep the same back four against Falkirk, but he really could. Like, he's so unpredictable. The only safe defender is Liam Scales. I think Colby Donovan is pretty safe, which is why I've put him in my first team. But I think Sorare is, like, just playing it by numbers. Like, he has... no way Tierney can take these minutes is starting. I think Murray's been good overall. But Smooth Boy, can you remind me, right, 'cause I was thinking about this. I'm pretty sure Murray had a bad mistake or a bad contribution against Aston Villa. Now, I know Aston Villa, it was bad circumstances, how he came into the game and all the rest of it. But can anyone in the chat refresh my memory? Why do I have a negative bookmark in my brain for Murray and Aston Villa? Fishnick for me at Hoffenheim is class. Nice, I'll check him out. Fishnick. Serge, good to see you. Kerry, fist bumps to you all. Boyson as well. Do you think Engels... Yeah, I think Engels starts all day. I watched the game. We were horrendous. Murray is horrible. I think we might rest Scales and play... Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, Smooth Boy, that's a shout. He could just rest Scales, play Trusty Murray. He could do that. He keeps Murray in the team, gets Trusty up to speed, and then he goes Trusty Scales against them. I could see that, and he's done that kind of thing before. With kind of when if you remember back when Scales and Trusty were vying for position with Vickers, he kind of had those handover games where he would do that kind of thing. That's a really good suggestion. Thanks very much for that. Would not rule that out. But again, is there that much? Feels like everyone's at panic mode right now. Battle stations. I don't know if I've even got another All-Star team I could make or whatever. But you know, MLS midweek and Celtic midweek, man. Surely I clean up. Like, you know, but I will be a bit bummed out if the Fenerbahce boys can't get me onto streak 3 for the midweek. Lock in streak 2. Captain Larson's let me down here. Mitov got no AA and conceded 2. So I need massive scores. We would need 300 from Semedo, Brown and Talisca. So I'm not banking on this team really pulling it, especially now that Larson's off. But it's my only hope really. This team again has got a similar mountain to climb really. But Skriniar, Ederson, Asensio, maybe the 3 of them combined with bonuses and stuff are just maybe a bit more likely to get... It's not really 100 overall because it's like a 25-point multiplier on each of them. 22 for Ederson, for example. So it's not too far off it, but maybe 80s as an average. So I've got two 3-man Fenerbahce plays to run tomorrow night. Hopefully one of them can get 300 points. Across their multipliers and whatever, and SOS me out of this. I'll maybe have a wee DGen moment with yous and jump on the market and have a look at, because I've got a wee bit of a balance. I've got a wee 15 quid here and a wee bit of market credit, and I'm not against an in-season forward as long as it's someone that fits my little configuration I've got on the go there now. So Superliga, a wee bit of Portugal, just a wee bit, and I'm quite happy to have Bragas and Magras and Agues and stuff like that in my mix as well. So I'll add Scotland in case there's any just good value shouts. Yeah, Borja Sainz, we do like a bit of that. How much has he been going for? Probably a bit more than my budget, I suspect. Not too bad, by the way. 35. And he's not been absolutely smashing the way I thought he would, but I think he's a guy that can click into gear. I do hate that I'm buying Porto cards. Like, I really don't like Porto. Like, I really don't like Porto. I've got like childhood scars. Gabby Veiga and the wee Brazilian 19-year-old, I can just about stomach because it's Gabby Veiga and a wee Brazilian guy. It's random. But if I go and get a Borja Signs, a utility card, I think, yeah, I'm not gonna be happy with myself for that. I don't think. Which is why I've refrained from getting him to this point, probably. But he has a good card. I don't know. Vaclav Černý, it's fun to see him at Besiktas. Awesome and very expensive, isn't he? Smooth Boy, Schwallow, Halkett, Devlin, Shankland, Milne, Schwallow, Trusty, Engels, Keeld, McGrath, Mitov, Tavernier, Raskin, Braga, Finlay. If that's your midweek, mate, you're cooking. We finally agree on something, Rico, man. Well, what was that? Sorry. Is that the Porto disdain? I just can't do Porto. Like, I can't have any joy associated to them. It just doesn't sit right in my soul, you know, like my being doesn't cope well with it. Let's filter by forward. That maybe helps me because I'm not actually looking for anything else. I've got lots of Celtic forwards, which is why I've tried to get lots of everything else's, but Celtic aren't scoring and we're not playing at the weekend. So in the Serie, Architoglu are the kind of the obvious ones. Even Nenny Dorgalez, by the way, I'm a big fan of what I've seen of him. Just doesn't play all the time. He's played the last two. Not likely to play Monday. He's looked really good, but when I seen him Champions League, Sané is not that expensive. I'm a big Sané fan. Galatasaray I don't mind, but mixing Gala and Fener might be bad juju. John Duran I'm not a big fan of. I don't really be spending money on a guy like that. If I won him or something, I'd probably use him. Franjo, 24 isn't bad, by the way. Forever off the bench, but under Mourinho at the moment. If anyone's getting intel on that, feel free to educate me. Div 1 pays up to 30 places midweek. 52 entries so far. Don't think it surpasses 100. Yeah, I think D1 will be quite controlled. I don't think, if you don't have strong SPFL cards, you're not going to play your D1 entry midweek because you don't want relegated. So it will be probably quite a strong field, although quite a low head count. It's just what my gut tells me when you say that. But it's anyone's game. Anyone's game this midweek, the way everyone's playing right now. If you've got a strong heart stack, you've got every reason to be expecting and hoping to fly high. The Lazat, Jesper Karlsson could be fun. Don't know if we've missed him. Kieran Bowie's kind of half okay because I like Scotland. He's kind of in Scotland teams and stuff, but I'm not really that excited about that to that extent. I like Bruma, but he's clearly broken again. Loves an injury, that guy. Can you check Stryek or however you spell it? Yeah, he was just on the screen a minute ago, I think, before I took the filter off. It looks like he was scoring okay. It didn't look like he was that expensive. Is that maybe a show actually? Maybe, but do you know? Let's look at goalkeepers actually, because like I'm really weighing up a Schmeichel as well with the market credits I've got and the price that he's getting to. Schwallow, should have bought him by the way when he was cheap. That was so obvious he was going to do well. Quite happy with my Ederson pickup still. Hornacek was good when I seen him in IRL. There's a Stryek there, £24. I could probably buy that with credits and all that and it wouldn't touch it. He's not expected to play against Aberdeen for some reason. Maybe that's just it's not in yet. But you know who I like? I like the Livingston keeper, by the way. I think he's got good AA. What happened against Motherwell? 2. Conceded 2. He got booked. He just didn't really do too much, did he? Goalkeeping 9. 3 sweeper keepers, so he made no saves. Livingston, I don't think. Livingston, you always expect him to get battered. Yeah, it's Falkirk. They don't play midweek, do they? But they play weekend. Interesting. So it wouldn't gain me anything for the midweek, but it would help me at the weekend. He could play. I was going to say he could play the Halloween special, but then I would need to use the Braga with that, and that's my only in-season forward, and there's a spill-on effect to that, so it doesn't really help me too much beyond being able to play a classic forward in a team, which if I have used the Braga, yeah, that kind of opens me up too. So yeah, The Prior, I don't mind a wee Prior for 18, but forwards are maybe a bit more fun to shop for. Schmeichel at 116 on instant buy is a bit much. I'm actually a bit annoyed, by the way, because Schmeichel, there's no Scotland for the Halloween special, and I was winning the Schmeichel at like 80 with market credits and all that kind of stuff, and somebody outbidded me, and then they listed it for £5 more than what they bought it. They either realised there was no utility for it, or they changed their mind or something, but they were listing it for £5 more than what they bought it for. After fees, it would be, if they're unlucky, even, you know, and if they're down, we're talking about inconsequential amounts, aren't we? But it just boiled my piss when I seen that. I was like, you outbidded me. You could have just let me have that. You cunt. Excuse my language. Won't be getting monetized on this one. Luis Suarez is good for Sporting. I like the hoops, but I don't know. Sporting Lisbon always just give me the heebie-jeebies of reliability. Where is he? Is he top page? Maybe not on instant buy. We can get to it for here, but I like Trincao. Rather expensive though. He is doing it, man. He is doing it. Oh, Colombian striker, Rico, man. You know the way. You know the way to my heart. Colombian striker in Portugal. Just bagsman in it. It just feels too. Yeah, I think that might be my solution. Maybe not. Colombian striker in Portugal. In hoops. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a bit of me, but unless the auctions are a bit more favourable, I don't think it'll be happening for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit slow off the mark to this one. I probably should have got on that. He has no pick. Oh, Stryek has got an undiagnosed medical issue. Oh, no Halloween cards for Jesper. Okay. I like Jesper Carlson. No rares on sale in season. He only has 11. Jesus. Yeah, he's not cheap anyway. Yeah, so if I got the Prior, it means I could play him here for Bane, and then that unlocks classic forward. So let's just try that second two. Archie Brown's the other one. I don't even get that mad high hopes over the guys I've got, but it could work with Braga captain. Yeah, so like Fenerbahce attack play. And then let's imagine this is in season random guy, Jerome Pryor. We're then looking at, we need to play in season Semedo or Diego Carlos or Keelan Adams. I don't mind any of those choices really. Let's just say we go Semedo. We need to go Agu. And then we've got a classic forward. Oh no, we don't need to go Agu. We could just put McGrath in the midfielder spot and see what options that opens up for us. McGrath. And then, yeah, we could play like a Berardi or a... Could probably just put Sané in here. Oh, look at Sudakov. He's got a great game. Yeah, if we had another forward. But I need in season, yeah, then it's try to play Sudakov as a classic. Away to Vittoria Guimarães. I don't know if it's that mad to get excited about. And then we're playing... Could play Adam Montgomery, I suppose. Keelan Adams, like I mentioned before. Yeah, we could play Keelan. Keelan's got good AA. Let's play him there. Put Semedo here. Semedo. And we're leaving out Adam Montgomery, essentially. And Agu. Now, Agu might play midweek, and then that might give us an indicator on the weekend, in which case this team could be upgraded or whatever. But yeah, if this had an in-season goalkeeper, that would be fine, wouldn't it? And then that means we could spare the Braga. Oh no. It means I could just play him here. No, it doesn't really change anything actually. I don't think. It would help me get another... I could basically get another team off the ground. It would be skipping the midweek. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. There'll be people skipping streaks and stuff as well. So I think midweek is kind of anyone's game. I see I've got like 2 teams I'm happy to fight with. I'm not sure I'll get any D1 access, sadly, but yeah, get down to the, like the trusty team, and I'm looking at this. I go myself, or I could play Fadinger to be safe. I could play. No, Keelan Adams is playing us. Probably don't want to do that. Although Keelan Adams did score against Celtic in the cup, so maybe there's a wee bit of foreshadowing there. Maybe just put Fadinger in there for safety. Yeah, man, we're missing so many good pictures that we should have by now. Yeah, I don't have the SPFL players for Streak 4. Fair. But yeah, man, it's been a funny wee weekend. It's been a funny wee game week, to say the least. And yeah, I'm kind of semi-open, and but so let's. I'm not going to touch this team, right? I know that's Fenerbahce Besiktas, and it's not really a game to like prioritise or anything, right? But I'm just going to put the boys together that are just going to play it. I'm going to guess it's this one. No, it's not. And then let's just put the team in here. So, okay. So I'd be looking to buy the keeper to get this off the ground. And then it would take the Braga. And I'd also need a forward. Now I don't think I need the keeper for this competition. And then when I go back, let's just put him in here just for display purposes. Brown, Vega, Braga, Kratzig, Captain Braga. And let's just imagine that's like Prior or whatever. I have mainly Sport and Bromby. How's Bromby been working out? I've been hearing a lot of chat about Was, for better or for worse, I'm not too sure, but let me know how that's going, Rico, man. Bromby. And then, yeah, so then we would get to this team, and we've still got Scott Bain to use. Yeah, so I would need to be buying 2 cards, essentially, still, to get this off the ground, which, you know, do I really want to do that? Semedo, McGrath. Yeah, I've only got Theo, which the McGrath's pretty powerful. I don't want to put him with that. And like, yeah, again, do we know what goes? So yeah, I don't think it's really worth it actually. Some kind of this team isn't going to win. Like, it's top 100. It's a week away, so the entry count, ignore that. You know, these guys could do all right, but and even if I got a keeper that worked, I could do all right. But yeah, I think I've just been buying nice pieces for it rather than competing pieces. Let's say. Really good since Steve Cooper took charge. Love that. Bought some cards for the curse comp. Then got the shirt from the wheel. Nice. Well done, mate. So we got Kratzig, McGrath, Braga. Yeah, this team feels powerful, man. I like Vega for the fixture, kinda. Although it's not a great fixture, but big game for him to have a big match in. Same with like Brown and whatever, but yeah, probably like Semedo is just safety. I think Semedo's quite good for like getting doubles, whereas Archie Brown's maybe a bit more attacking. Maybe Semedo kind of just scores a bit better. Why Captain McGrath, to be honest. But again, this is like a week away. I'm just goofing. I'm just trying to see where cards are at, and with no Celtic, etc., what stuff I've got on. So yeah, I'm probably just going to rest on what I've got for. But again, like, if I'm on streak, so imagine I do clutch and bring in the streak this week, and then something does happen midweek and I smash through streak 3. If this is sitting on streak 4, I actually don't mind it for streak 4. The Punchers team, the Bomb Squad's still a bit. Don't know if they're really a good insurance policy. would I go for streak 4 with these teams? That's an interesting thought. But yeah, not too sure I'll be able to cross that bridge when I get to it, sadly. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, lots to weigh up, lots of stuff going on, and a lot weighing on my mind. But one thing I've been actually really enjoying keeping up with has been the MFL teams now. I actually meant to do a little bit more streaming with this over the last couple of days, but between all things and all things, oh brilliant, we've got the foundation team. I've been kind of trying to set up some different videos and stuff, so I'm going to do one about the kit maker and all the rest of it. We'll have a few bits to catch up on. But the Barcelona foundation team's got a wee cup match today, which has just went ahead. So this is full rotation, by the way, this one, because the league stuff, we need to get some wins on the board. But I was messing about with the kit maker for the foundation team, and I went with this kind of big centre blue vertical stripe, just with the colour pattern we already had for the badge and whatever, just to match in with it. And then, oh, unlucky. This is a lot of the second stringers. I've been really enjoying the match plans. I've been quite good at keeping on top of rotating the team and keeping on top of tactics and all the rest of it. It's been good fun so far. It's been, yeah, lots of nice progression as well. Doing really well in all the competitions, but I'm definitely at my limit on... Oh, what a free kick, by the way. I can't say that guy's name. We'll see that again. Well done. Segledi, Bald Sherlock's guy. Bald Sherlock, if you're in the channel, he takes free kicks, that boy. I'll be telling him to take long shots from now on. Although second string striker, rated at 73. Loving getting the opportunity to play today. So I'm just going to watch this with you because it's the foundation team. All the players in this are not mine, they're people in the community. So every bit of like in-game currency, money for the game that this wins, you guys get. So it's always fun to see. And obviously we want to see these guys progress and do well so that you can use them for your own teams or maybe move them on in the market, that kind of thing. So nice wee early lead. Uh-oh. Cutting us open here. Oh, sitter. He was offside anyway. Blushes were saved. But yeah, I think I might I'm kind of got a wee bit of DJing in me still with that balance it's building, but part of me's saying just hang on. I wonder if that Nubo guy got on the Bundesliga thing. I better go and check that in a minute. Again, some of these things are late to update and stuff, so that goalkeeper thing might clock on for us. And he was only like 3 points away from it. Nubo got an assist. He's not going to lose that, you know. Lampro, no way. Lampro, is he like this Cyprus or Greek goalkeeper or something like that? Who is Lampro again, Rico man? That is I recognise the name typed on screen. I can't quite place how he's relevant though, but like I know he is relevant. That's one thing I quite like about MFL is just kind of, really, no matter what's going on, it is like just good old fashioned, a wee bit of fun. And because like, I don't know about you guys, I've been playing this for 9 seasons now, but I'm quite in on the headcanon. You know, when I'm looking at my players and the team and the clubs and the trophy room and the league table and head to head with different teams over the years, like I'm bought in. Like I'm totally in the metaverse with it, you know. So I always just enjoy it. It's always good fun, but I always kind of need to set myself up for it because I know once I start clicking around in it, I'm just going to be wormholing, you know. I'm just going to spend like an hour or two on it. I see some people in the MFL community have picked up Football Manager this year. I won't be. Like, if I pick up Football Manager, guys, just being honest with you, is like nothing will get done. Nothing will get done. Nothing will get done. I won't even be submitting lineups. Like, Football Manager's got a powerful hold over my subconscious and my mind, and it's like the Ring and Frodo. It's kind of like that, you know. So I won't be getting Football Manager this year. Not that anyone cares, but just thought I'd put that out there. But this is like, this is enough for me, you know, because the games are on at a set time every day. We're all in it together as well, which I love, you know. It's an actual, you're playing with people rather than just going into your own little vortex of reality, you know, where Accrington Stanley win the Champions League and whatever else, you know. Greek goalkeeper, that's it. Lampro, that's it. Half time, 1-0 to the good. I can't remember what the battle plans are for this team. Is this live? Why are we not allowed to skip through half time? I see the stats. XG is not great. Shots are in our favour. Possession's quite split. I wonder if he rotated his team. Yeah, he's got some 50s and stuff in here. He's taking some rotation options here. Our rotated team isn't that bad. One of the best players in the squad can only fit, is a CM, can only fit in this shape. So it does give the second string, along with, we've got 2 quality keepers. So it does give the second string a bit of spine. And we've seen the Segledi there. Chegledi. We've got a bit of firepower in this lineup. Their guys are not firing. Their defence, Scottish goalkeeper as well. Their defence are kind of keeping them in it. I think all the group stages for all the teams in the cups is kind of up for grabs. No! Don't want to see a replay of that. I'm getting a free copy from work. Nice, Rico, man. Nice. It's like, in my mind, it's like the One Ring, you know. Are you ready to go to Mount Doom? Are you ready? Yeah. One each. Come on, boys. Come on. Turn the ball over. Get back into it. Come on. We've been doing really well in the league. We drew with Work the Space as well. We've been in his league now for, this will be maybe the second season, maybe the third. And I forget, damn it, I forget what the Adolf Philip. Ooh. I forget really what the head-to-head is. I really should look into that. It would be really nice from MFL if they could have head-to-heads for, you know, times you've played this team before across all competitions, not friendlies. But yeah, we drew. It's been very tight between the Foundation and Work the Space, who is a bit of a Football Manager celebrity, as I'm sure some of you know. Yeah, sadly this is a 2-1 loss for the rotated side, but some good minutes, some good XP into the legs. And today in the cup, rotated side lost, rotated side lost, rotated side won. You know, so I just went full rotations on these ones. I've got big league matches coming up. With my main team, it's super tight. I'm on 14 points. I just might get promoted. I don't really care about. I've won this league before. I've got the trophy, so like I'm not really too hung up on that for this year. But it's mad tight. I've drawn again. Same story as last year. Drawn 5 times. We've only lost once. It's such a tight division. Every point is a prisoner. You look at that. Last 5, we've drawn 3, lost 2. Not great going. Not free scoring either. So I've had to really get the squad back in line for the Foundation team. I've played around with the kit creator. Can maybe do a wee bit more of that when we do a member stream or something. Not done it yet for the main team. But if I scroll down, sorry, in the league, pardon me, in the cup, I'll open that on a separate tab and we'll go through the cups once we go through all the teams real quickly. But we're sitting in 4th. We play Hares United tomorrow, so that's a real 6-pointer. We're 6 points off of Shibas, which has Work the Space's team. He's top of the table. Us and him are the only 2 undefeated sides, but again, we've got 5 draws. So we're not losing matches, we're not dropping points, but we're maybe not quite killing games that we should. Drawn 0-0 to Theo MFL here in the cup. Drawn with HKFPL, which is also in the league. Some maybe opportunities missed there. And in the league, we've got a win and a couple of draws, so we'll see how that sits. But our next game up is Hares United and then Road to Unknown, which is the team. Where are Road to Unknown? That must be a cup game. For, yeah, back in the league, it's Coasties Toast, who are 5th, yeah. So 2 massive games in the league right around the corner for the Foundation. We really want to get that team promoted. That would make me so happy to do that. The Academy team is kicking ass and taking names. We have lost a game in the league. I forget who to and when. Oh yeah, Taru. Yeah, this team here. But otherwise, we've beat everyone. We've scored 22 goals in 9 games. Only conceded 4. The team is clicking, which is nice. The cup, I think we've done well in, but I don't think we're like running away with it. But it's good to see this could go and win Ice. I've not won the Ice division. I don't think I've got that trophy, so that's a big thing I want that Academy team to do. And then the 3 teams, so you can actually play MFL if you're brand new and not spend a penny. And you can do a whole try before you buy demo mode type situation for 1 season before not spending any money on making your club real or buying packs for players or anything like that, which is good crack. I've dropped points to Hoodwink and Nile Delta and somebody else. We've lost to somebody else, Caspian Leopards. So yeah, it's very tight. It's a kind of league of haves and have-nots. like in a league of two halves almost. So we need to do a little bit better than some of the head-to-heads that are coming up. But this is just kind of a bit of fun throwaway action. I would love to win the league just for the trophy. Don't know if I would get it. Would I pay for the trophy? Is an interesting element of this. Like if I need to pay to, if I win the league, do I need to pay to get the trophy into the agency? I wonder. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. And if I look at the agency itself, or no, actually, you guys will want to see the club. I've not actually looked at this for a wee while, so we'll go for current season progression. So this is for all the players that are in the club that you guys have loaned in. We've had 3+1 so far. Dawson, the scorer, backup left back, Lacoste, Lacroix, the backup cam, all got +1. Some nice stats overall. In pace, we've got a lot of progressors here. Centre back getting +2 is nice. Dawson got up to 95. Pace is lovely. A lot of guys getting better at shooting. None of those stats are terribly impressive. Anton's passing's got better to 88. That's cool. Dribbling got better for Dawson to 82. That's fun. And some of the other guys are improving on some stuff, which is cool. Defense, nah. Physical, May looks good for him. So yeah, good fun. And the kit creator thing has a lot of interesting details in it. And it does have a nice kind of 3D representation of itself, like on the pitch and your little in-game graphics and whatever. I think we should maybe like somehow flip this into being like somehow mainly blue. Because yeah, like there we go. Because the other one's like mainly yellow. Oh yeah, that's kind of fun. How do we change the sleeves though? Oh yeah, sleeves yellow. Can we go to like white? Nah. Go for the blue and then the trim be the yellow. Yeah, there we go. That's quite sweet. Dominant colours of home and away kits are too similar. I just did that. You allowed me with something way worse. Right, let's go to previous then. And the trim, can we make that? No, not the trim. I want the... I want... Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, trim and collar is white. I suppose this is kind of mainly blue, isn't it? So do we maybe make this mainly... I think that's okay. And then let's say sleeves, yellow. Yeah. There we go. Yellow sleeves on both kits. That's our thing, right? Celtic have got hoops, we've got yellow wings, yellow sleeves. So that's fun. I'll be looking forward to doing that. If you get any suggestions, I'm happy to play with it. But yeah, that's quite cool. And I'll be playing with that with the other teams as well. And yeah, it's just another kind of step for MFL in terms of making this game a lot more immersive. Like all these random players having photorealistic AI images is so understated at this point. It's unreal. The heat maps and all that as well, by the way, for the matches, didn't really explore that when we watched this game before. It's just really good. I've really enjoyed, like when I've been watching games back, like keeping a track of this for individual players and seeing, like, if we look at the midfielder here, like, yeah, he's been a bit too deep, hasn't he? We'd rather he was a bit more attacking and getting some extra insight from some of these players. Chegley, yeah, he is shooting long, I guess, but where was the other guy? Groningen? He got into the box a bit more. So yeah, some great innovations, and I'll have some content. We'll make some videos in that over the next couple of days. But these are the cup standings for the main team. 7 points, 1 game to go. I actually just lost to that Senegal team. If I beat them, I'd have probably just put it to bed, but I rotated a bit. Is what it is. The league's a bit more important and a bit tighter. Foundation team, look at this. 5 points, 1 game to go, but it is super tight. Losing to that Idols team there has really opened it up, sadly. Aspirants Cup, the Academy, again, really tight going into the last game. And I don't think we looked at it for the little free team, but I think that's doing actually kind of okay. Yeah, top 12 points. Cruising. So that's alright for them. Aspirants Cup team. Imagine I won a double. Yes, Batu Kings has done it. I'm definitely up for DJing into something. So I've won 3 of these this weekend. So that's 3 people have got $50 back. And I've had this option with them all, and I'm really sorry guys, but I'm taking the Calidosh every time. Oh, James, don't start. Don't start, James. If you want some of that, you can scroll back if you want some of that. So yeah, got 3 claimed, so that's fun. I spent 50 quid on the team, got 30 quid back from this, which is cool. If any of you spent about 50, you've got the full thing back, which is lovely. And again, I made a video kind of centred around the 50 quid team. I already bought an Ericsson. Yeah, so I maybe use that. Yeah, maybe don't mind. Because I kind of thought of it at first as the streak. 2 seconds, let's go into... What did we get for the Bundesliga streak? Was it $5? Yeah, I did kind of think of the streak bought Ericsson with a bit of the credits that I got from other places, and just imagined, yeah, it worked out to be that way kind of organically. But I could have won 50 quid there if I signed up to do this with, you know, if this was the real Road to Glory style team, if you get me. So reinforcing with like a keeper isn't unrealistic, I guess, is it? Now I tried to get a Vasilj on auction, because I thought if I get Vasilj for a $5, like that's alright, and I quite actually like St. Pauli's game next weekend. But somebody outbid me. I think he went up to about £8 or £9. He's got another one coming, £6. Yeah, I think I might bid on the Vasilj. I don't know, I was really talking myself around with the Grabara thing earlier on, wasn't I? But I think Gladbach have not been scoring goals. And St. Pauli at home. Oh, actually, let's see what he's been going for before we bid. Auction £10. Public offer 7, 8. Yeah, we're trying to get in that kind of 8 mark. Oh, for the love of Jimmy's. For the love of Jimmy's, look at the state of my Barnet. That's what Celtic has done to me. Oh, sugar. Code changed on me. Check the state of my Barnet. Right, so there we go. Wish me luck for that. Wee bit of DJing action. Maybe we get some more wheel tickets as well. Did I claim that Connect thing? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I've claimed 3. Takes me a minute to come into the balance. It's just what I was thinking there. McGregor is 4x. I know, man. I was so close to buying this Halloween edition. Auction went 40 quid. I was like, oh, should I got that? And I missed out on it. And yeah, he's on a good run now. AA wise, he's hard to deny. It's kind of hard. It's hard to pay for McGregor, but isn't it? Especially when you've got. I've not even got every version of McGregor actually. It's something I often really remind myself when I bemoan buying more McGregors. Yeah, 50 quid secondary market isn't bad, but really, yeah, he's down. He should be down around that 40 mark. He is Mr. Reliable from that point of view. You know what you're getting with him. Just getting checked up on because I've been so sad about all this. So sad about all this. The DGen activities continue. Oh yeah. Yeah, when his limited was 4, is now 17. That's brutal. Yeah, I feel that. And yeah, that's another thing I was kind of enjoying doing actually with the auctions was And again, if I don't know if you guys do this or not. Obviously, I do it for the content, but I've got all these watch lists here. So see when this is on, I can just on it. It's so good to just scout the market and just go, who are the guys I'm tracking, watching, thinking about in these. So happy for everyone that watched the video and bought a Burkhardt at the weekend. Double decisive, 79 points was beautiful, by the way. And I looked at the teams for all the people that did the Bundesliga thing. There was so many of that video's fingerprints across so many lineups. It was a pleasure to see. I'm glad everyone done well from it. Burkhardt, I kind of regret not getting because he smashed 79. And Diaz, yeah, I was a bit gutted by him, but I wonder if he goes cheap. Because this little young guy is maybe taking a bit of his thunder. What's his name? Kral or something? Carl. He's definitely in the first team, but Diaz, he's too high level. Do I think an in-season Diaz goes for? He's up at 65 already, actually. Just ignore me. The ROM's an interesting one. That would be fun. And yeah, so let's forget that. Let's look at France. On un momento. I wanna be Edward. Loves a 65. Pogba. Halloween Pogba. Halloween Polly P. Instant buy 25, auction 15. Auction's at 15 now. What have I got? Yeah, I would need to be. I need to wait for that other connect. I might buy that. I don't know. I could degen into that, and then I've got it for when he's fit. Definitely worse ways to spend money, but definitely better. Definitely better. Excuse me. Unexpected scorers. Anyone here maybe sneaking back under the radar a little bit? Semenyo at 15. It's kind of a little bit fun. I know he's not been on it. Bowen. Just does not stop, does he? Where do his auctions generally go? Don't really need it. I'm not going to buy Bowen. I'm just curious. Yeah, it's about the 20 quid mark. He's just pretty bulletproof, isn't he? Grealish is maybe somewhat getting on the cheap side for in-season. 54 the day against Spurs when they got rattled. I don't mind that, by the way. But yeah, I don't mind the Vasilj. And then, yeah, maybe the whole justification around Grabara, we can just ditch that. You know, just don't even need to think about it. We play Eriksen and Kramaric and hope they smash each other. Yeah, I'm probably a bit of a fan of that, to be honest with you. I don't think Pryor or anything like that is the answer. Although this does kind of shine a light on the fact that without Celtic, I don't have any forwards. And that is something that's going to bug me. So, yeah, we're waiting on that other $10 coming in from that Connect win. I'm going to go to auctions again. I can't help myself. There was somebody that was halfway alright around that £20 mark. I thought, aye, he would do. And then I kind of wandered around in a few different places. In the series makes a lot of sense, doesn't he? But he's just a decisive man. And he scores. He does score. Yeah, it was the Porto thing, I think, where we're weighing up, wasn't it? Because I think Signs... Yeah, he floats around that mark. He could be... Might go for that, by the way. Sané's not too far away. Sadly, no more Connect cash is going to fall into my lap. Yeah, Borja signs 44 instant buy. I get a wee bit. Yeah, I think I've spent all my discount money's went on to yeah, like Vasilj and whatever. So yeah, I can't really think about that. But yeah, signs is very much within affordability. And what are Porto playing in? Are they playing Champions or Europa? Nottingham Forest, they're playing Europa. Yeah, Porto. Is that maybe why I accidentally... No, I'm sure there's another Portuguese team. I know Benfica are Champions League. Sporting Lisbon must be Europa. I think that's why the Gabri Vega was an easy one to fall into. Liam, congratulations, mate. I've never heard Tynecastle sounds... You must have had some day, mate. Buzzing for you. Buzzing for actual Hearts football fans. Not any of the glory hunters that will be showing up now from the blue side of Glasgow. They start getting their ScotRail passes out. But buzzing for you, mate. We must have had some day. Back in a team and following through with it, eh? Must be some buzz. Oh yeah, Jesper Karlsson we were looking at as well, but I think he was more expensive, wasn't he? Than yeah, he's actually only got a few cards. That was the problem with him. Yeah, so it feels like Borja signs, but it's Porto cards, man. Like, that's where it loses me. That's where it loses me. So I don't know. Plenty of time to work it out. I'm just kind of floating about playing this, and I thought, well, let's just go live and have a wee chat with you guys, and we'll go through all this stuff. I like the thoughts of Big Paul actually, but he's 76 quid. But you know what you're getting with Big Paul. Loves life in Turkey, by the way. Big Paul's cheaper than Arkatoğlu. Icardi at 23 might be cheeky, by the way. Did think the same about Franjo. Hard to know what happens there. Devlin, he's drug tested. Aye, was good. Aye, well, good. I'm glad, Liam. I'm glad you had fun, mate. I'm glad it was. It sounded like lots of good singing. It sounded like the stadium erupted, like really erupted a few times. Like I've never heard a stadium in Scotland sound like that on the telly. You don't really get Celtic Park on the telly unless it's Champions League, and I'm normally there. You know, like it was very notable, like the Hearts input from the stadium. I said that in my preview as well. I was like, this is an opposition that the players have never played before. It's a team that's feeling good. It's a team that's confident. They're in the ascendancy, and the fans are all like here for it, and they're just like, let's go for it. Whereas like, even if you go back to like Stevie G Rangers, even the league they won, obviously there's no fans in the building. But anytime that they were feeling good about themselves, there's always that anger and, you know, there's always like fear, and then things backfire. You know, there's always that. But with Hearts, you just never felt that coming into the game, and any time through the match, like, you know, they were winning for most of it, so it's easy, I guess. But fair play to them. That's kind of how I finish it. Felipe Augusto, little 21-year-old Brazilian who is bagging, and he came from Belgium. Cercle Bruges. Interesting. Formerly of Fortaleza. That's interesting. How many games has he had for Trabzonspor? Yeah, so he's transferred in, off the bench goal, started and off the bench not much, and then bang. Yeah, that's a guy I could get behind. Don't know enough about it, but I'm not a big fan of buying blind into a situation. Borja signs is like, I know the guy's good. Farioli, the manager, is very well regarded. And if he does decisive, he's doing the damage. He needs to go on a run for us. I think Borja signs is the play. I think he's just got too much upside. In Porto, can we have a look at the Portuguese league? Billy World, good to see you. I took cash all the time, yeah. All cash. What did I want to look at again? The Portuguese league. That's what I wanted to look at. So I've got a wee bit of Sudakov and Barenashea. Porto are top. Wow, 1 goal conceded. Jose Mourinho's team still undefeated as well. Portugal's madness as always. Yeah, you love to see that, but because they're just going to keep churning away, battering away at it. If it's league specific, Essence versus Cash. Yeah, no, I'm not taking Essence over Cash. Like, just period. Like, it's not a choice for me. I'm buying cards, especially in season ones, to return as much as I can. I made a withdrawal over the weekend. I withdrew like 80 quid from like selling something and all the rest of it. Like, I think I was almost getting the schmike. I can't remember what happened, but I withdrew like 70 quid, 80 quid. I've ended up like bidding it back in droves, but I tried to withdraw a bit of it. I've ended up DJing it back across. I think balances were kind of split and stuff like that. I can't remember how it all panned out. Even Horta's not bad without being glamorous. This Augusto is really interesting me. I like Nenny Dorgal as a Fenner option from what I've seen. Although he's not really got a lot of the... Well, he's maybe got bits. I don't know, maybe we go with Nenny. Stick with the eye test, I don't know. The rotation... Oh, we'll see how the Fenerbahce team looks on Monday, actually. Oh, wow. Keep that to yourself, Liam. Yeah, Liam. I don't know why I thought I said the wrong name there. Keep that to yourself, mate, but fingers crossed for you. Feels like it'll be well worth it, the way things have been going so far. Well, the thing where I'm at, Liam, is these are undefeated. These are not going to finish the league undefeated. And so it's a case of how many points do you drop. And then from here, like, we need to gain on you, you know? So, yeah, that's where the test comes in. And, you know, like, Liam, I'm pretty sure you're of a ripe old age enough to, especially, maybe more from the outside, but this is like early 2000s Celtic range. This is like, you know, Strachan and McLeish, Advocat, O'Neill, you know, vibes to me. 8-point gaps are kind of normal in old circumstances, when the old firm was like the thing. So, like, I'm not writing it off and saying you are going to win it or anything. Like, I'm not writing anything off. You could win it still. Like, I'm more interested to see what the club do in January, man, because, like, seriously, like, how can they not spend, like, 25 mil? Imagine we don't win the league. We've been playing Johnny Kenny in the Europa League and, oh, jumping jimmies, everything, bloody blahs. So yeah, I need to see how Fenerbahce do before I really do anything else. I'm happy to get that Vasilja in because I think that will help that Bundesliga road to glory for next weekend, like, significantly, and we'll hit the second streak. Because I do feel that Vasilja as the goalkeeper could do a good score, and then we're not worried about if Kramaric rips it, killing the keeper. I was also tempted to buy maybe an in-season limited Schmeichel, but I'm not really there limited depth-wise. Maybe if I like get this other striker in, we might get to the point where the limited team is like, yeah, it's probably got a really good chance. Even with the classic keeper, it'll be fine. So yeah, it's probably a month or two away, a move like that. I think you will win it by 8 in the end, maybe 3 ahead post-split. I don't think he's fall away post split. Like I don't think there'll be any falling away, but I think there'll just be speed bumps. Like you maybe lose to Celtic and Rangers in Glasgow. There's 6 points dropped. You maybe get a tough game with Hibs. You maybe draw somewhere you don't expect, like Motherwell or something like that. You know, I don't think there'll be any runs of bad form from Hearts. I just think natural, like the like Hearts will lose 4 games and draw 8, like or whatever. You know, like you'll just accumulate your amount of losses and draws that you will across the period of the season. It's not going to be like, oh, you go 5 games without a win or 3 games. That's not going to happen. It'll be spot fixtures where, as I say, Hibs, Rangers, random team, whatever, Celtic, they'll just get the points off you. And it's about, do we still cruise and beat everyone, or do we struggle away to Hibs and have a tough game with Rangers? And do we drop more than you between now and then? But not only do we need to drop less than you, we need to gain. So when you say we'll win it by 8, I think if we win it, you're looking at like 4 points. I think will be the difference. I think it will come down to, like, you've won the first game, we'll probably win the second, and the third one will be a draw. It'll probably be, or maybe there'll be a draw in the middle, then we'll win. But I think the head-to-head between Celtic and Hearts will be even, and I think you'll look at it and it'll be something like, I don't know, Rangers or Hibs, or there'll be some other team where we beat them every time, or you didn't win them against them once, or it'll be a fine margin like that. It'll be 4 points in it, I think, give or take a point either way, maybe 3, maybe 5. James, no. So everyone, oh yeah, well, you play the top 6 4 times, and that's when, really you'll feel it this year, man. You'll really feel. And again, like, but after the split, Hearts falling away. Like, I don't think Hearts don't win. Like, let's imagine, let's be pessimistic and you say that Rangers get into the top 6, number 1, and then let's just be pessimistic and say Hearts don't beat Celtic or Rangers. They'll still beat the other 2 teams, I think, quite comfortably, So again, I just don't see Hearts like falling away. One of the most understated things about Hearts now is their depth. Their bench today was wild. That Elton Kabungu was one of the best players for like a month or something last year. He just came out of USG. He's coming off the bench to kill time for 5 minutes. Like the Hearts bench is proper as far as the league goes anyway. So anyway, got a breakdown video on Satara here. Be sure to catch it. And yeah, it's all about Fenerbahce for me tomorrow. Can they save my weekend? We need a big one. Talisca to smash 100. And the fullbacks to deliver me some 70s or something, hopefully. Even if that's enough, I don't know, but let's hope it is. And anything else to kind of talk about? Yeah, I'm kind of open to DJing, and I like that Borja Signs. I do like that Borja Signs. And I like that Vasilj. Ay caramba. I'm bidding on the signs in case you haven't worked that out. I just need to bank cards and shit, so I'm just juggling screens. Ay. Ay caramba. Just get the pessimist. Yeah, mate, I don't blame you. Like, that's just going to be natural, I think, isn't it? I don't blame you at all, buddy. There we go. Going to try and get the board in. Oh, am I really going to really degen here? How much was that prior guy? 18 on buy now. I'm going to hold fire on this, but I'm so tempted to just buy this guy. And then if I get Borgia... Oh, my head's all over the place, guys. Degen season must come to an end soon, and I'm sure it will. Thanks everyone who's tuned in with me tonight for this little weekend pain, I guess we called it, in the end. And yeah, let's hope Fenerbahce. Is this for midweek? I don't think Porto play midweek, do they? I'm just kind of... With the weekend, I've kind of seen that without Celtic, I don't really have any in-season forwards except Braga. Braga's been fine enough, but let's just see actually if I get... Let's imagine we get Borgia. Oh yeah, I've got this outfit and then Borgia. But I'm playing a Goo. Or Vega. Ah. Put Theo there. Oh, cool. Yeah, this could be fun. So if I get Borgia signs in... Ah. Who did that just take from here? Semedo? That's weird how it did that. Little... Keelan Adams against Kelly. Doesn't all the way fix the problem, does it? Keelan Adams, a Goo. Again, a Goo we might see. We've got Adam Montgomery. Could play Diego Carlos just for... Nah, I think Keelan... Yeah, I like playing Keelan with the Bane. That's kind of fun for me. Kratzig, I don't mind doing this. Falkirk defence. At home to Kelly. And then a little Fenerbahce Porto little combo. Yeah, that's fun. If we get that over the line. Double Banes. We would be able to do the thingy Magoober. If we got the goalkeeper. Instead of this. Because if we got the goalkeeper, then we're basically just taking this team, essentially. Which means we're playing Semedo in it, which means we're not really missing out on much. But Porto could smash, actually. Yeah, maybe that's part of the good options it gives us. Maybe just reconfigure a team to get like signs maybe into this lineup and just screw the play. You know, just go for it gung-ho. If we're on streak 4 or something, that could... Yes, I think he opens... Yeah, I'm happy with what we're doing. Gregorus I'm actually just about to boost, I think. Halkett lost a heap of weight, surprisingly, a lot better. Yeah, he looks great. The Livy goalkeeper. Yeah, I'm just kind of like... it's more for the weekend. I don't think I really need them for midweek. I'm not even sure. Livy don't really have particularly good games, but he's super cheap, and I don't think his AA is that bad. So if Livy don't get stuffed, it can be kind of okay. That's not really a great use of a goalkeeper, but look at Mitov, 28. You know, goalkeepers do that to you. But yeah, tons of options is what we want. We want tons of options. But yeah, so a lot to weigh up, man. A lot to keep track of. Trusty or Murray, Colby or Ralston. If I had the Livy keeper, yeah, maybe make one of these teams better. I'd probably put him in over. Yeah, the second Mitov I'd probably bin, and then we'd get a classic card into this team somehow. So yeah, if we did get the prior for midweek, it would maybe help actually. This is the last team, isn't it? So yeah. If we had an in-season keeper, Balikwisha will feature. McKeown will feature. Trusty we don't know. So if we could play a classic defender instead of Trusty, who could we play? We could play classic Welsh. We could play classic Valle. It doesn't really open up much. Do we have Sriracha? Where's Sriracha classic? Yeah, we could play Sriracha if I back him, which I do. But as a back, or we could play Tierney as maybe like the hedge. I'd probably go with the classic Sriracha. Yeah, that could work. Is it really worth buying the keeper for the 15 quid? And then does that really open up anything for next week? Because then we would be taking... Let's even imagine Brown, Vega. And then one of the... No, I think the strikers are too good to do that competition with. So that goalkeeper... Like we could use Kratzig, Brown and stuff like that, but yeah, it kind of then diminishes the rest of this. Yeah, I'm not buying the goalkeeper. I'm not buying it. The Borja signs is enough. The Vasilja is enough. But I'll maybe, actually, the last kind of D-Gen season thing I'll do with these is we'll look at Sociedad Limiteds quickly. Ralston will start midweek in your opinion. Interesting. Don't see it personally. I think he'll stick with... I don't know actually, maybe it's easier to take Donovan out the firing line. Keep Murray in with Trusty. I've got no idea, man. I've genuinely got no idea. Zubeldia. Just looking for the in-season specials. Now I don't want to get the Halloween ones. I want them to all be shiny. Shiny. I'm on the right... No, I'm not in the right system for that. But I want them all to be shiny. I don't mind randomly getting them in other parts of my gallery, but this Sociedad one I want all animated. And I need one of these Gorocha guys. I think he had one up for sale actually. Did I buy it? No, I don't think I did. Yeah. I got John Martin when I seen he was forecasted to play. Oh shit, we got a new doggy to give away. Oh, that was related to a video, I'm sure, so... Oh crap, I need to give that away. Shit. Yeah, awesome. I've tried to... I need to boost, guys. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me, I really appreciate it. I'll see you all tomorrow for some content and all the rest of it. You can hear the circus is kicking off. Have a good one, everyone. Have a good night. Good luck with the rest of your game week. Wish me luck for Fenerbahce tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow definitely for some MFL action, maybe a video or a live stream. There'll be tons of Celtic stuff out anyway. Road to Glory, lots going on. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff.
Satara.